closer to Outsider where you have like the extra patch, but it only has like 500 minerals or something, so you get a momentary boost at the beginning.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yep. There's Harangi.
He's always kind of sweaty.
He also always seems like a little bit tired. Like he always seems like he's just like slumping in his chair, just like.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's like, yeah. Maybe he's like, I don't know, he gets just really hot in the booth and just gets tired.
Poor guy. Those CJ jackets actually look really hot. They look like some thick wool or something like that.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny because, like, you see a lot of teams, like, when they have the big jackets that they wear in the booth, and you think, aren't they hot? But actually, like, when you go into the studio, like, in the winter, it's actually kind of cool. Like, it's like, even though there's a lot of people packed in there, it's, like, got a really high ceiling, and it's, like, kind of connected to the outside, kind of. There's, like, like an open corridor to the outside, so it actually does get a little bit chilly sometimes. But, yeah.
They don't have individual heaters in the booths, do they?
I don't know. I can't imagine they
I
would.
assume not.
But
Yeah.
uh-oh, looks like Stat's gonna do a little bit of a zealot harass here. He was trying to get a matter pylon off there. Look at that, he's still trying. He wants to get that sweet spot to catch both patches there, but looks like Dragoon is out now for Harangi. Harangi doing a nice zealot pull there, or sorry, probe pull rather. And is he gonna lose a probe? It's gonna be close. Run, probe, run! 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 Oh man, this is like one of those horror movies. That probe is like running away from the axe murderer. Just like, oh my god!
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But Harangi, yeah, that was nice probe control there. As soon as his Dragoon popped out, it's just a matter of time until the Zealot died. But yeah, he managed to keep his probes alive, so yeah, good for him.
Indeed. And looks like 2 gateways against 1. 2 gateways actually already finished. And
Oh
Harangi
man, this
only
placement is very nice looking actually. I'm starting to pay attention to these things now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, see? I'll make a building placement fetishist out of you yet. Just wait, Theo. One day. You'll be just like me, just as crazy, and that's actually quite cool. Look at that, I didn't realize the pylon range actually reaches all the way to the right side. You see how it's powering the core and the robo there? Like, that's quite far. Huh. See? Harangi, man, he knows exactly how far he needs it to put his tech structures flush against the right side of the map.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks like
Harangi.
he's slipping his probes in on the left side.
She
And also, it looks like he's trying to. Looks like he was trying to get through the minerals on the right-hand side as well, but he's doing something over there. Oh wait, no, that's not Harangi. That's Snow. Sorry.
Stats. Not Snow.
Sorry.
You said Snow. I think you meant Stats.
Oh, stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anyway, yeah. Look, I mean, you're correct. Stats is mining out the minerals at the top left. Looks like he's going to take that back expansion. He does have something at his natural, but it's probably just a few Dragoons or something to kill a probe. And yep, there is the Nexus. Meanwhile, Harangi has just gone for a 2-gate obs, playing a very standard safe build. He's doing a Reaver follow-up, but now this is very interesting. So we do have a Robo out for stats as well. He's probably going for obs first as well. Yep. So for the time being, I think if Harangi wants to, with his faster Reaver, he could like put some pressure on the front and kind of push stats back into his main base. Because obviously Stats invested in the earlier Nexus. And then the thing is, like, if Stats gets contained, I mean, he does have the faster expansion, so I'd be really interested to see how the game plays out from there. Because we have seen players like Stork, for example, seems to be really, afraid of getting contained in his main, even though there's these back expansions. So I'm really interested to see, like, how the game plays out if you do get contained in your main and you have to just work with the ring expansions. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation just because of the ramps. So yeah, if Harangi is able to secure Stats ramp with his Reavers, it opens up a lot of options for him to sort of shuttle drop into the main base or elevator units all around the map, really, while controlling the sort of the main section of the map in the middle.
Actually, now that you say that, I just noticed that the natural of Stats and that left side expansion, like the air distance is actually quite close. So Harangi could simultaneously contain him and while doing like Reaver harass on that base, and if Stats tries to break out, he just immediately sends the Reaver back. So that could be quite nice for Harangi if he gets that position. But he is in fact getting an expansion of his own at his natural, so he's just going to play defensively. I thought he would, because 2-gate obs into Reaver is not really an aggressive build. So it would be very unlikely for him to try and put on any kind of pressure with this build, even though in theory he might have been able to. So at the moment I do think Stats has a slight advantage here. Obviously his Nexus is faster, and otherwise the builds are quite similar.
Yeah, I don't think Stats has a shuttle or Reaver out yet, and Harangi does have one Reaver, I believe. Supplies are pretty much dead even, though.
Indeed, I'm just fixing my overlay with some clock positions so people know who is who, and there we go, picking up the Reaver and moving out. Is Stats actually thinking about taking his natural as well? Harangi's obs looks like, is it going to make its way? Yes, it is going to make its way over to that left side base here. He knows it should be, there should be an expansion somewhere, and there he is going to see it. So now he realizes that the pressure is on him to do some damage here, either do some kind of fancy harassment with the Reaver or do a bust on the front. Looks like he is sending his Reaver over to that back expansion to do some harassment, and there's actually no units in position to defend it. All of Stats' units are at the front here defending his natural, so this could do a lot of damage here. He does have some spotting pylons to see this Reaver coming in, but the Reaver's going to drop in between the probes and their retreat path. He might just walk straight into a Scarab here. No, very good job by Stats to run away from the Scarab, but where's he going to run to, though? He's got nowhere to run to. Actually, it's because he had vision there with the pylon, but he's got nowhere to run, and sick shot.
Jeez, that hurts. And he gets away scot-free, not even losing a Zealot or anything like that. And now his own expansion's up and running, and he has to be feeling pretty good about that.
Indeed, indeed. But I still think that was only maybe like 4 or 5 probes. Like, you know, the explosions are always very impressive, but I don't know if that's necessarily enough to make up for his later expansion.
It was at least like 1 million, come on.
Indeed.
He basically took out all the... almost took out all the probes there, yeah.
Almost. And looks like he's kind of flying back and forth here, unsure what he wants to do. I guess the shuttle was just kind of looking at that tap dancing Dragoon. But, we got some nicely positioned Dragoons here, and some spotting pylons, so it's going to be difficult now for Harangi to harass there. Meanwhile, it's going to, that Zealot tempting fate.
Yeah, what a war story that would be for when he gets home. Tell that one to the kids.
I got chased by 2 Scarabs and lived to tell the tale. He's got like battle scars from the Scarab shrapnel.
Yeah.
So sick.
Get a few medals for that one. So yeah, Harangi looks like he's not really going for any more Reaver drops at the moment, but is he gearing up for a big 2-base attack here? Or is he going to expand again? He's adding on 2 more gateways, so I'm not really sure. Oh, 4 more gateways.
It looks like...
What is he doing here?
It looks like he is, and I think that's a terrible idea. Honestly, that's not a position that's... I mean, you know, that choke there at the natural is not very wide. It's kind of got a pretty long stretch where it's quite narrow, and with 2 Reavers to defend, like, it's going to be very difficult to break that. I don't really know why Harangi feels like he needs to. He could easily just take his own third right now. I mean, obviously he would be playing a little bit from behind, but I can't see this attack working. Like, he's getting his archives as well. It's just, Harangi, I'm really not sure this is a good idea. I mean, he is a master of PvP. I'm sure his decision making is very, very good, but this makes me feel very, very nervous. And the shuttles kind of seeing each other there. Speed actually finished for Stats. And he's going to deny this the shuttle of Harangi as well.
Harangi!
Is this a DT drop? Is that why? Indeed, that's why he committed anyway. Just wanted to get that DT and barely keeping the shuttle alive. But that's not going to do anything.
Oh, does that DT actually get away? Oh, very close, but not quite. That's too bad. It looks like Stats is pushing out a bit on the map here. He does have that 3rd gas up, of course, so... actually, have we even seen Stats tech yet? It looks like he's going for a Reaver drop here, actually.
Oh god, Turiba! He's gonna shoot the Dragoon instead.
That was disappointing.
I just want to say, by the way, Harem is now in the chat. Everybody, peer pressure Harem into coming on the stream. What are those probes doing? Is that like little probe party around the gateway?
I don't know. Probes always sort of glitch out.
Dude, that is one of the downsides of having amazing gateway placement is that the probes love good gateway placement as well. So like they always get
Yeah.
obsessed over the gateways and just like freak out on the gateways. Like if anybody watched my game yesterday against Drywater, I literally could not transfer probes from my main. What the hell? Shuttle just flies in and dies. I think it was just focusing on the front here, but this is Harangi's timing right now. Stats is not in the best position. He does have his 2 Reavers there. Can he get a good shot off on the Reavers? If he can kill both Reavers, that'll be so huge! And he does get one of the Reavers. He takes a shot off on his own Reaver, but the Speedlots are charging in here. He has a couple of Archons as well. He needs this attack to kill Stats. Otherwise, he's going to be so far behind. It looks like we're seeing fancy Reaver micro from both players here. Harangi rather has an overwhelming unit count. And Stats only has the 1 Reaver to defend. It's going to be really close. No, I think Harangi's going to break through here. Harangi, I doubted Harangi, but that was my mistake. Harangi, you are the man. PvP
yeah,
master.
he wanted that high Templar tech just to get those 2 Archons out there, and even though they weren't at the front lines, they're playing their role now, and he's just completely overrunning Stats. Stats was caught out of position, and good engagement from Harangi. He's going to take out this expansion. And there's not much Stats can do at this point.
Oh my god. I mean, that was a little bit unfortunate for Stats. He's so happy. He's so happy. Oh, look at him. He's like a little kid. He's like a little kid. He just got like an awesome birthday present. He's like, woohoo! He's so happy. It's like Christmas morning. Oh, Harangi. What a cutie.
So lovable.
Oh, and Stats does not want to give this up. Of course, this is a must-win game for him. But he has lost it. He has lost the game. And he can't believe it. GG! Harangi takes it down. And CJ Entis takes down KT Rolster 3-1. And puts himself in a very good position. Although I don't think they... Because Stars just beat Team 8, so I think they're still behind Stars. But
I'm gonna check on Liquipedia.
Yeah,
right
I actually want. I'm actually just gonna pull up the rankings right now. Actually, wait, didn't S&M make like a thread about who can make the playoffs and whatnot? Yeah. Okay. Okay, yes, it looks like Stars is 11-9 and CJ is 10-9. So actually, CJ has played 1 less match. So if CJ plays their next match and wins, they'll be tied in matches with Stars, but they'll have a better individual game record, so they'll take 4th place. So that's.
Where are you looking at this? Because Wikipedia is not up to date.
There's a thread in Brood War General called Playoff Chances. Spoiler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
see.
got like in-depth analysis as well, which is quite interesting. Either way,
Cool.
that is all for today's Pro League. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
And thanks to
It's a lot of
Exio for
fun.
coming on again.
No problem. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.
See ya. Whew, alright. So, I'm pretty pumped. I want to play a couple of games. Only a couple today, guys. Also, Harem's a dodger. Just kidding. Heart you, Harem. And... yeah. Do.